This card has 2 points and I have a clever way of attaching those. Hi there! I've got some really helpful tips for putting this card together. It makes it so simple. I'm so excited to show you. Thanks for being here. My name's Julie Baca. Welcome to sunnydaystamping.com. Let's get started. The design of this card works great with all of your patterned paper. So pick a pack of paper that you love. This is the Lovely Blossoms, and wow, do I love this one. This design just shows off those papers so well. So you're gonna take the card base portion. This is smaller than a regular card base because you're gonna put it on top of a backing. But you don't want to adhere that yet because we're going to make those points for the front. I share all the measurements for this card at sunnydaystamping.com. I'll link the blog post in the description of this video. I emailed out this project sheet. It's going to have the measurements for all of the cards that I'm going to show you. This is free to my email subscribers, so make sure you're on my email list. It's free for that first week before it goes to my tutorial store, so make sure to grab it. So we'll go ahead and put this designer series paper on the front of this card base. This card base, like I said, is a different size. It is 8 by 5 1/4 scored at 4. So that is smaller than a regular card base. Now to make those points, you're going to grab the square from the project sheet. It's a 3.5 inch square. And the way I like to we're going to cut this in half in a triangle. So you're going to line up the point at the top and bottom in the cutting trough. And then I like to, instead of shoving my blade up this way, which could mar that corner, I like to stab it right in the center and go up and down to create my triangles. But now we need to score these. So what you're going to do is rotate your triangle so that the flat straight edge is on the right, and then you're going to line it up with the 1/2 inch mark on your paper trimmer. Move your cutting blade out of the way, and we're going to score this at a 1/2 inch. So that 1/2 inch mark is 2 lines from the cutting trough. That's a 1/4 and that's a 1/2. And so that's where you want to line up your triangle. So we'll do it one more time. Now I've got 3 different ways of making this card, which I'm going to show you. So this way uses designer series paper for the points, but you can do that with cardstock as well. So these are scored, but you can't see it because of the pattern. But go ahead and burnish along those score lines. I really like doing the points of this card this way because instead of having a big swath of paper on there, we're just using just a tiny bit. But I do have a tip for attaching these. Instead of putting the glue on here, because you can see that these extend past, so we're going to have to end up cutting that off. I don't want to get glue on my scissors or anywhere else. So the best thing to do is put a strip of glue at the top of your card. Lay your triangle down and then center up your card like that. So it looks like this on the back. And so just rub that, make sure that glue gets stuck, and then go ahead and put glue on the bottom. And you can just line it up like that and close it down there. I would definitely make sure on the front, make sure that that triangle, the points of that triangle are lined up with the corner of your card base. That way you know that it is in the center, and make sure your points are pointing at each other right in the center. The other thing to make sure is that your card base is right along the fold line of that triangle. So now what you're going to do is just take your scissors and just snip off those little triangle corners that are extending past. Just snip it right in line with the card base, just like that. So now you've got this really cool triangle action, which didn't use very much paper at all, which reduces the bulk and reduces the waste of your pretty paper. And now this can be glued on to your back. So we can put glue all over here. If you like this video, if you could give me a thumbs up, that would be so awesome. If you like fun folds and things, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I love making fun folds, so a lot of my videos are on fun folds. I put out a new video every Friday. So now we're gonna build the front, but before we do, I put this on backwards. So just make sure, I mean, it doesn't matter because right now it's the same, but make sure that when you put the front of your card on that it's gonna be opening the right way. So for our focal point, I'm going to use the lovely arrangements, these flowers, and here these got these great words. The die set, you don't necessarily need to make this card. I am going to use it to cut out my flowers, and I'm going to use this piece for my sentiment, but you can do that all by hand. This does allow you a lot of options. The cards I'm making today, like I normally do, are simple. I did not use a ton of dies, but you could definitely make these more fancy. I also didn't use any ribbon or any embellishments at all. So for the one we're making right now, we just need a full flower, a half flower, and then go ahead and also stamp your sentiment to be cut out with the die. But if you don't have the die, just cut your sentiment out with, just a rectangle. So now here are our pieces, and we're just going to layer those on our focal layer. For the focal layer, I am going to use a piece of designer series paper backed by a piece of Secret C, because we are just keeping this really quick and easy. Then I'm just going to glue this big flower to the strip here. And I'm going to put Stampin' Dimensionals on the back, but if you don't have Stampin' Dimensionals, just glue it straight to the front of the card. Make sure that the dimensional that are on the ends are actually pushed in a little bit because we don't want it to extend past this little narrow piece. So I'm just going to pop that up there. Ooh, make sure it's straight. That is not straight. And then we're going to glue this directly onto the card. It just, having them at different levels makes it really more interesting. And now we're just going to pop this on the front. But the tip for attaching that is don't put glue here because you might miss and get it on this piece, which we don't want. So all I'm going to do is put glue right here on the tip of this triangle. Don't glue it all the way closed because then we can't open the card. And now just place this right in the center. And once it looks right in the center, go ahead and just push down, make sure that it gets glued right there. And then we will quickly just stamp the inside of our card. I'm just going to put one flower here. This is why I love this stamp set. It is so simple. I mean, you can color these flowers in if you want, but it's just so simple and clean lines, beautiful font, just makes for really quick and easy stamping. Okay, and then this goes on the inside. So go ahead and open up your card. Look, shows that beautiful other side of the designer series paper. And then this is where you can write your message. Okay, I've got a couple more to show you with tips on putting those together. So here's one I already assembled and cut out everything, but you can see that I colored the flowers just the littlest bit. So I just wanted to show you how I did that. I used the cloud cover Stampin' Blends markers just to highlight just where I think shadows would be. And then where the artist has the lines on the flowers, I just put lines just to give it just a little bit of color. That was the light. And then I took the dark to just go over that center just a little bit. So it's just a little bit darker. So then on the back of these, I actually just taped them all together and then added the Stampin' Dimensionals just to pop this on. So these are glued down to the center here, and then we'll pop this right on top like that. So I layered that all on a white layer here because I wanted to show you that you can just stamp your sentiment directly on this piece if you want, if you don't want to have that cut out. So here's a closer look at this one. Same designer series paper pack, but just a different look with those colored in flowers and more flowers. So now I've got one more card to show you and a tip for using that. If you have a patterned paper that has these other images that are cut out, but you only want to use a portion, like it needs to fit on this skinny piece and that is too big, I've got a tip for doing that. And you use a clear window sheet, which these come with the back of your stamps. You might have a bunch hanging around. You can also buy new ones if you want. But what you do is take the measurement of what you are trying to cut. And for me, it's this 2.5 by 4 inch piece for the front. So I'm going to take my window sheet. I know you can't see this because it's completely clear, but just cut that down to what the measurement that you need. And then you're going to be able to put that on your image to see what part to cut out. Now that is still a little hard for me to see. So what I do is, well, first thing I do is I write the measurement right on here because I'm going to keep this. I mean, it's not going to be used for that many cards, but if I need a card that dimension, I'll already have it done. And the next thing I do is just make a line just along the edge of that clear part. It's just, I'll show you, it's going to make it so much easier. I just use a permanent marker and just kind of go along the edge there and see that I kind of messed up, but that's okay. I'll go back over and just like that. That way I can see all 4 lines of the barrier. Wow, I really messed up on that. Then I can take this back and put it right over here. And then I'll kind of know, okay, that is what I want. So then I take this and put it in my paper trimmer and I line up this edge with the cutting trough, and you can close it down to make sure that you can see that inside your cutting trough. And once you've got it like, okay, I know this is right, move that out of the way so you don't cut it, and then cut this down. And just do that all the way around your image. So then I store this mask along with the other ones that I've made just in a page protector. That way I've got them if I'm ever trying to cut out one part of a patterned paper. So here's how this card turned out with that. So here's how this one turned out. I just put a sentiment there. You can see I used cloud cover cardstock for the points instead of patterned paper, and then just a little stamping on the inside. This one was really quick and easy. I did notice that with the cardstock, because it's so thick, it does pop up a little bit. So you can, like way more than these lay really flat with the designer series paper points. So if this bothers you, you can just make a belly band for your card. And then one more, I just used 2 flowers, a cutout leaf, and then a stamped leaf for this one. But this was all the same designer series paper pack. I hope all these examples just give you some ideas on how to use this design. I kept mine really simple. I didn't add any ribbon or embellishments, but you can definitely make these super fancy if you want. For the project sheet that goes along with today's video and includes all the measurements for all the cards that are in the video, make sure you're on my email list. It's free for this first week. At the end of the month, I bundle up all the projects for the month and put them in my tutorial store, and you can get those right off the blog post. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. See you next Friday. Have a sunny day.